Hello, you all. I am going to look at your emails that you sent. So I've got everyone who turned in one, right? Their name right here. So let's see who's going to get picked. Tyler. Okay, Control F. Tyler. All right, here's what Tyler ended up with. Oh, I should probably make this bigger. Alrighty, here we go. The company needs us! ! Hey team, here's the deal. I just got an email from the boss man talking about how he needs us to inventory the warehouse this weekend. I know we're all busy and the warehouse hasn't ever been our area of expertise, but the company needs us to do this. Here's what I'm asking, : let's all meet at the warehouse Saturday morning and hammer out this inventory. If we all help, we could get it done in less than 10 hours. Honestly, guys, I'm thinking this will be a nice break from routine. Plus, I'll buy pizza for lunch. Sound good? ? You guys are the best. See you then. Tyler Hess, sales coordinator, Yammoth Plus Industries. Okay, lots of really great stuff happening here. So the subject line is vague, and gives them sort of like the ultimate motivation for why they're going to need to do what's coming up. Right. And so it sets them up to know that something's going to be asked of them, but they don't know what. And I think that's good. The greeting, hey team, I think is a great way because then they know they're not reading it as an individual person, but they're reading it as a member of the team. So I think that's working really good. Here's the deal. I just got an email from the boss man. So kind of like, passing the buck of like, who's the bad guy here? I'm not the bad guy. It's the boss man. That's the bad guy. I'm on your side. I'm with you. So I think that works pretty well to establish that relationship. I know we're all busy recognizing that like their lives are important and matter, and that the warehouse hasn't been their area of expertise. So right away, that first sentence tells us everything we need to know, which is great. No beating around the bush, just getting straight to it. And then more details, right? It's going to take 10 hours. Honestly, guys, I'm thinking this will be a nice break from routine. So giving like extra motivations of why it's a good thing to do. And then always the motivation of pizza. Sound good. You guys are the best. So see you then, I think is a good closer. And then the name and title. So that's working really well. One thing about this though, that like maybe might tweak some people is the idea that you haven't asked them if they can do it. You've just assumed that the answer is yes, which I mean, the answer needs to be yes. So I don't know exactly how to handle that situation myself, but I think this, so much good stuff happening here. Okay. Who else? Who's it going to be? I'm going to randomize every time. Hannah. Wonderful. I've never done this one-handed before. Okay. Okay, here's Hannah. Warehouse inventory begins Monday. Okay. Hi, team. As you know, there are a lot of cutbacks due to COVID-19. This includes the team that normally performs inventory. I know none of you do a lot with the warehouse and shipping, but we need inventory to get done starting Monday. I know it's late notice, but we need you all to come in this Monday to do inventory in the warehouse. It usually takes about 100 man hours to complete all the inventory. Thanks, and a daily sales manager. Okay, this one, I mean, it gets the job done for sure. There's nothing bad going on here, I don't think. Tyler talked about doing it on Saturday. I don't remember how I worded it in the scenario. How did I word it in the scenario? Sales manager, you oversee a team of 11 salespeople, full schedules. Okay, it's Thursday afternoon. Yeah. The warehouse needs performed before next Monday. So they need to do it over the weekend. So that's something that Hannah had missed in the prompt. So it has to be done before Monday, not starting Monday. So it's even harder to ask people to come in on the weekend. To ask them to come in on Monday isn't quite the same. So that's just something that Hannah missed in the prompt. But let's see what else is going on here. So it takes about 100 man hours to complete complete all the inventory. It might have been nice to like take the extra step and do the math with them and say, with the 12 of us, it'll only take, whatever number of hours, like Tyler did and talking about it's going to be 10, because 100 man hours sounds like a lot. And you want to make this as easy as possible for the people that have to do it. I like that you bring up COVID-19. Tyler didn't do that. So that's kind of what you're giving as the ultimate reason of why this has to happen. Yeah, Tyler talked kind of more high-minded stuff about the company, this abstract thing needs us, right? And it'll be a break from routine and all these things. I think those were good ways to help motivate. Hannah only gave this COVID-19 thing. Yeah, and then nothing really else. And then just kind of like assumed they were going to. So this kind of felt cold to me, or felt distant, whereas Tyler's felt more like what a leader or a team builder might do and say, like, I get it. It's not great, but we got to do it anyway. So yeah, Hannah's was more straightforward in a way that felt less inviting, I guess, or something like that. Lexi. I don't remember who went last time, but here we go. Good afternoon, team. Okay, Friday mandatory warehouse inventory. That word mandatory is pretty scary. But it's true. But I don't know. That's part of this tricky situation that you're dealing with. All right. Good afternoon, team. Just got word from our regional manager that inventory will need to be performed by our team before this upcoming Monday. As you probably know, COVID-19 fiasco triggered some budget cuts. The team that normally do this got laid off. I'll need each of you to put in about 9 hours of work so we can get this pulled off. I realize that many of you are fully scheduled with sales calls and attending clients. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Starting tomorrow, we will begin work at the warehouse to get inventory completed. Due to the jolt in our work schedules, I'll be bringing some pizzas for lunch. Nice. I trust that you'll all be able to manage the time constraints. You've all done it plenty of times before, but if you run into any issues, please let me know. If you could send a reply to this email to let me know that you've seen it, that would be great. Okay, so that's one thing that Lexi's adding here that nobody else did, is like some sort of ask, right? I think Tyler and Hannah, they didn't really have an ask in their thing. It was just all information. You have to show up and do this warehouse work. Lexi, though, asks for something. Send me this email just so that I know you've seen it. Is one extra step to take to make sure that communication is happening. In some ways too, when they send in that email that they've seen it, they're sort of saying, yeah, I know that I'm going to be coming in for this too. So, yeah. Okay. What else went well here? Good afternoon, team. I personally am not a fan of putting timestamps in the greeting because you don't know when they're going to read it. I think it was late on Thursday, I said, when you were writing it. So I don't know. It's something I don't think needs to be done in emails, but nobody's ever going to notice any more than I do. But okay, Lexi's doing a lot of the same good stuff, offering pizza, giving reasons for why things are happening, telling the entire story about who got laid off, connecting the layoffs to COVID-19, right? Doing the math for people about how long this is going to take. Saying this like, I realize that you're already busy. These are all very, very good things to be doing as a leader, and recognizing that like you're imposing on other people's time in a way that's like not great and they're not going to be happy about, but giving them as many reasons as possible. Good. Okay. I think we'll do one more. Let's see who else we got. Judd. All right, Judd. Let's see. All right. Warehouse party. That sounds like clickbait to me. All right. Kind of a bait and switch, maybe. I don't know. All right. We'll see. Team. That's a good greeting. That's straightforward. I just got an email from Mr. Pennyman. Will be in charge of the quarterly stock inventory count. I understand this is a hard time for all of us. Usual team that does the inventory has been laid off. What I know better than anyone else is how hard my team works. So giving them compliments, that's great right there. Also understand how COVID has made our lives more difficult. I think maybe connecting the COVID to the layoffs may have been good. You didn't totally directly do that, but okay. And so I decided that I will make our extra work more fun. Yeah. I think this be in charge of quarterly stock inventory count. Maybe you assume that they know what that is. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they do. So starting tomorrow, we will get off the phones 1 hour early and meet in the warehouse. I will have Buffalo Wild Wings and Panda Express for Kathy. He knows his employees' preferences, which is great, along with other food and music. The inventory will only take 2 days of around 4 hours each. You will all be paid for the time spent in both days. There will be food and music. Let's do this, team. Buying food for people goes a long way. The promise of music, I think, is good. He, passed the buck to the big man upstairs, as being kind of the middle guy to make things happen, and tries to make it exciting. I think, for me personally, this would come off as like a big eye roll moment. I wouldn't be like, oh yes, we are having a party. I'd just be like, yeah, okay, well, yeah. But maybe some people are into it. I don't know. But good. I think you guys are doing a really good job of like thinking about these people and how they're going to react to this message, and preparing for that in a good way. Ben Watson. Okay, let's see. We'll do one more, just because this is fun for me, because I'm a weirdo. Okay, there we go. Required for all. Wow, this is a monster email. Okay, required for all 8.5 hours this weekend. Like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. Valued team members. Just been told by regional manager Dave that due to recent workforce shortages, our team will be required to do inventory work at a warehouse. In order to finish this inventory work, we'll need each team member to log 8.5 hours in the warehouse. Okay, so this is already feeling like pretty cold, and straightforward, which it's business-like, I guess, and professional. So maybe that's a good thing. In lieu of our weekly staff meeting, we'll meet in the warehouse. This is good, using the time. I think that's a smart idea. At 11 a.m. so I can train each of you on how the systems we're using, how we'll be sanitizing, social distancing, and we'll record progress. That's awesome, man. Good thinking about that. I didn't even consider that when I put it into modern settings. So you're on top of things, Ben. If you had any needs or concerns to bring up at a staff meeting, please give me a call or shoot me an email so I can make everyone's needs are met. Oh, and you're giving them options. That's awesome. So one thing psychologically happens with people is the more options you can give them, the more they feel like they have some sort of control within it. So this thing has been taken out of their control. They have to give these 8.5 hours, but then you give control back by saying, here's these windows of time you can come in to do it. That's cool. Good leadership. Please email me as soon as possible, letting me know. So there's that ask again, making sure they've seen it. So that's good. I'll be working this time. So that's a very King Benjamin thing to do, and say like, I'm working in my field just like you guys are. So that's awesome. Reach out to regional manager Dave to discuss compensation for these hours. Nice. People care about money. That's one thing that they're going to care about. So making sure that you know what's going on with their money situation. Appreciate everyone's willingness to keep things running in these difficult times. Now, this isn't good news. Nice. And add strain. Got it. Grateful to manage a team who understands the need of our work and is willing to apply the company first. All the best. Yeah, great things. Lots of great things. The only thing I'd say is like the subject line is way scarier than, I mean, it's straightforward, but I don't think that needs to be the thing. That might motivate some people to like not even open it because it's imposing right from the very beginning, when you do a much better job of like softening the blow later, but then that up front is a lot to take in. But yeah, great. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Good job, you guys. I think we're practicing something very valuable as you move forward into life.